Coming up on this edition of ICN, find out how isothermal students are receiving new acceptance opportunities with NC State, discover resources near you that can help provide help as the government reinstates SNAP, and see how the Rutherford County Library is taking things the extra mile, literally. All that and more right now after this open produced by audio-video production technology student, me. Welcome to this edition of ICN. I'm Molly Mattox, and our top story: good news for students who are wrapping up their first year at Isothermal. North Carolina State University has extended a guaranteed admissions program to include students from all 58 community colleges in North Carolina. The NC State Wolfpack Connect program offers community college students who have completed 1 year of eligible classes with a GPA of 3.0 or higher guaranteed admission to North Carolina State University. For more details and the list of eligible classes, visit the NC State website and search Wolfpack Connect. As of last night, the longest government shutdown in United States history has finally come to an end. This is good news for Americans who have been left without pay or SNAP benefits for the last month. However, there may be a delay still before funds are distributed, so we at ICN have been compiling a list of resources that may help you during this Thanksgiving season. For the extensive list that includes food pantries and upcoming Thanksgiving community meals, visit the comments of this video on Facebook. You may have spotted this blue van riding around Rutherford recently. It's the Rutherford County Library's Bookmobile, brand new and back on the road for the first time in 30 years.
The Bookmobile is a full-service library on wheels. We're bringing library services out into the community. We have access to all the traditional things people would expect, so kids' books, adult books, in addition to DVDs, music CDs. We even have the ability to bring video games. If they have a library card already from any library in the county, it will work with us. Any items that you check out from the Bookmobile can be returned either directly back to the Bookmobile at any of our stops, or it can be taken and returned to any library in the county. We're always open to ideas. We hope for a lot of feedback from the community about where would you like to see the Bookmobile go, and what types of things would you like to see the Bookmobile offer that we're not doing.
To find out where the Bookmobile is headed next, look at the public stops calendar that will be posted in the comments of this video on Facebook. Here's your look at the upcoming events in Rutherford and Polk County. The Tryon Little Theater will be hosting the Games Afoot, a show featuring WNCW's very own Brenda Craig. It will run for 2 weekends, starting this weekend, November 13th through 16th, and November 20th through the 23rd. Tickets are available online at tltinfo.org. The 34th Annual Fiddlers and Bluegrass Convention will be taking place on November 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Ellenboro Elementary School. All proceeds from this event will be going to the Ellenboro Elementary. The Chimney Rock Fall Photo Contest is still looking for submissions. If you have a photo taken recently on the property, you are able to submit that until November 15th. For the full details, visit chimneyrockpark.com. Here are some upcoming events for isothermal students to keep in mind. Registration is currently open for the spring and summer semesters. Students eligible for the Pell Grant will be receiving that on November 20th. Thanksgiving break runs from November 26th through the 28th. And there will be a tree lighting and cookies with Santa on December 1st in the Performing Arts Center. Recently, I was granted the opportunity to interview Dr. Amanda Lewis, an adjunct professor at Georgetown University and member of the Prisons and Justice Initiative program. She also provides education for inmates in the Maryland prison system. Here's a sneak peek at our conversation. You also teach in the prison system in Maryland. Can you talk about what it's like to work in an environment that most people would assume is dangerous?
Sure. I will say that my students, they are extremely dedicated, right? So a lot of them have been incarcerated for a long time, sometimes decades, and did not have opportunities to seek higher education. And so they are interested. It kind of gives them this time when they're inside where they don't feel like they're in prison for a little bit. I would say that, a lot of my students ended up in prison at a young age. Often certain circumstances are things that they were exposed to very early on. And by providing them an education, you are helping increase opportunities that they have once they get out. They're in a position where they have not been able to have their voices heard for a really long time in that type of setting. And so they're way more willing to ask questions. Grades are usually really solid. They will go above and beyond. They're often talking about things that they never have had the chance to engage in or look into. So it's been really great.
If you want to see my full interview with Dr. Amanda Lewis, visit Isothermal TV on YouTube and look for Molly Mattox Interviews Dr. Amanda Lewis. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Isothermal TV, or like us on Facebook at Isothermal Campus Connection. For ICN, I'm Molly Mattox, and you're awesome.